Hey everybody, Manga Chris. Long time no see here. It's been a while since I filmed a video. I just finished my Thanksgiving break, so back on the school grind starting this week. So that's not a fun update, but just a little fun personal news. My sister came into town, and we got to hang out for five days. It's one of the longer times she's been able to hang out, which was nice. Got enough time off work. So had a fun break with her. Thanksgiving plans didn't really work out. A bunch of my family members got sick, so it was pretty much just me, my parents, and my sister for Thanksgiving, which wasn't a big downside, I guess. A lot less people, so a lot less time and energy spent having to entertain people. So that was good. But yeah, my semester is ending very soon. We've got 3 weeks, and that's it. That's fall done, and then I get my winter break, and then spring starts right back up again. Yay! But I'm getting close to graduating. I've got that spring semester, summer semester, and then fall semester, and then that's my bachelor's done. I'll have my language credit, my accounting minor, and my BA in history, which is fantastic. But now that we've got the personal updates out of the way, it's time to actually get into a manga haul finally. It's been quite a while since I filmed one. If you'll remember way back to my September haul, God, that's so long ago. My September haul, I said I wouldn't be getting much in October, so I would just be combining it with November. And just floating this out there, there's not a lot of books coming out in December either. So I might combine December and January too. So if that changes, you guys will obviously notice when there's a December haul. But if my list stays as small as it is for December, then I'll likely combine December and January as well. But time to actually get to the manga. And funnily enough, we're not starting with manga. We're starting with manga adjacent things. So let me go grab them and we'll get started. So to start off, we're going to start off with some art books that I got. First off, I got Steam Riviere in Amber. I believe that's how you say it. Steam Riviere in Amber. It's from 7 Seas. And this, I pre-ordered, oh god, so many months ago. I think back in August, I pre-ordered it. Maybe even July, sometime in the summer. But this one kept getting pushed back. But this is a really, really cool art book. It is like steampunk themed, which I really like, and it's flipping through it. It's sort of like an art book and a manga and a novel combined, but it's got some great art. Like it's got a bunch of like the astrological signs. I think that's the right word for it. Astrological signs, and in the back, I'm gonna do this carefully. It has a full set of tarot cards that you can pop out. I'm gonna open this carefully because this paper back here is really thick. But it's got a full set of tarot cards that you can pop out. So if you like tarot cards and you want some cool tarot cards that have anime ladies on it doing cool stuff, you got that. I'm not big into that stuff, so I'm probably just gonna leave them in here. But this art book is really, really cool. I really, really like it. I just like the whole aesthetic. And I'm gonna read through the story that's in it eventually, but Steam Riviere and Amber, and this is like a really cool Christmas gift idea. For anyone really. Steam Riviere and Amber. Very, very nice art book. And next up is not necessarily manga, but this is an artist that I really, really like on Instagram. Omar Dogon. I apologize if I'm butchering your name, but I really like this guy's art. He does a lot, mostly headshots of different characters. Like here, he's got a whole section on Ahsoka from Star Wars. I just really like his art style. I previously had bought stuff from him before, mostly he has a comic strip that he works on that's really, really cool. The art is fantastic. Haven't seen any updates on that specifically, but this particular book, don't know if it's still for sale. Sorry if it's not, but this is just a lot of his headshots, as you can see, from 2016 through to 2022. And everything you get from him, he signs. This is like Sharpie. If I scratch it, it'll scratch off. So just really, really cool. And yeah, just some really, really nice art in general. So yeah, that's the art book stuff. Whoa, what is this? I've moved. Sorry if the camera's shaky. I am filming it with my hand. But This next section is related to manga, but it's mostly anime. But little update, I got a record player recently, so let me go ahead and show that to you guys. This is the record player. It does not have a dust cover, that is why this towel is on it, to keep the dust off it while I'm not using it. But I got a record player recently. I apologize for my terrible, absolutely abysmal cable management, but I do not have anything to do it with. But this is the record player. It is a Crosby Aria. I specifically got this one because it comes with speakers, and it was on discount. Discount on discount. It was on sale where I work, so I picked it up. Got a really good price for it. It was just around $100, and it's a really good beginner's sort of turntable record player, whatchamacallit. The next one I get will probably have a built-in dust cover, so I can, keep the dust off the records while they're playing and when it's not in use. But it sounds really, really, really nice. And you may be asking, hey Chris, why are you showing us your record player? Well, thank you for asking. That is because I got records, so let me show them to you. Whoa, I'm back in my chair. So much editing going on, wow. But here are the records. I got the Cowboy Bebop original soundtrack. Can't have the complete soundtrack because that'd make the records like 6 records long. But that is the track list, if you can want to zoom in and read that. But I got this from Right Stuff. Because I got it. It was $30. It was a really, really good deal for 2 records, and we'll show them to you now. I did do an Instagram post on this, so some of you might have already seen these. But this is the first one. This is side A and B. It's got this really cool spike on it with the other characters, and we've got Faye on the back with all the credits and stuff and the different people, seatbelts and the like. So this is the first record. Very, very nice marble blue. Sides A and B. We've got Spike on the side A and Faye on side B. This is really, really cool. This is probably my favorite side. This is the more jazzy part of the songs that they selected to have on these. And as I'm putting this back, this is the perfect opportunity to show you guys what the middle fold is like. It's a very, very cool sort of mural of probably one of the Mars streets. And it's got a lot of Easter eggs in it. And let me pull out the second record that is in here. So we've got sides C and D. So we've got this. I've actually got this same picture on a t-shirt. Probably seen me wear it in videos a couple times. And then we've got probably my favorite bit of art on this is this one with Spike and Faye looking all hot as hell. And we've got side C and D. We've got side C here with Spike in green. Don't know if that's upside down. So there's Spike, is a very, very nice gold sort of marble finish. Then we've got side D here with Ein and Ed in nice purple. It just really, really nice stuff. It sounds great on the record player. And I just love it. I put it on when I'm doing homework that I don't have to, focus too hard on. Because, when jazz is playing, I kind of get into it. So yeah, Cowboy Bebop. Not all of the tracks that I would have wanted to listen to on vinyl are on here, but they've got a lot of good ones. And I think most of the other ones are from actually the movie. So I might have to look and see if the movie has a vinyl. It probably doesn't though. But very, 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 very excited to have this. And the second vinyl I got is the Ghost in the Shell movie, 1995 movie soundtrack. This is quite the polar opposite to the Cowboy Bebop soundtrack. This is very atmospheric and kind of spooky almost, but it is just black, and I'm not pulling it all the way because it isn't in the sleeve, and it's kind of a bitch to get back in here. But it's got a lot of the sort of, if you've seen the movie, a lot of the soundtrack has the chanting, the very, not Gregorian chant, but the chants that are in ancient Japanese that are sort of very atmospheric and kind of make you feel feelings that are weird. But it adds a sort of a weird vibe to the movie. It's a lot, most of those songs are on this, and it's really, really fun to listen to when I'm writing. If I'm writing a certain scene where I want to be like, this is going to make the people feel weird, and then I play that, so in my head, I start to get those sort of weird feelings, and then when I'm writing, I can make the characters sort of, hopefully that translates over. But that's enough rambling. Ghost in the Shell soundtrack. Very, very, very happy to have this. Yeah, and there's not really anything on the back, but this front cover is really cool. So now that we've got that more or less manga adjacent, anime adjacent things out of the way, let's get to some actual anime. And so in October, mainly, I wrote a short story to challenge myself. I try to do one every year few every year around Halloween, just to try to get one out before Halloween itself. And this year my theme was vampires, so over Halloween I was like I want to watch something that has vampires, and a lot of people that I asked were recommending this series. So I got Vampire Hunter D. Now this is the original anime OVA from 1985, I believe. 85, yeah, 85. So old. Watched it and I was like, that's pretty good. The animation is, dated. It's 1985. And doing some research after the fact, the film didn't have the greatest budget, so I was like, oh, that's probably why it kind of looked like an old Thundercats episode. But I liked it enough that I watched the far superior and damn good Vampire Hunter D Bloodlust. I liked it so much I got it on Blu-ray. If you just want a good anime movie in general, watch this movie. This movie is fantastic. By Studio Madhouse, same people who did One Punch Man, a whole bunch of other great stuff, Black Lagoon. But yeah, Vampire Hunter D Bloodlust, probably my favorite. This is dethroning the Cowboy Bebop movie as my favorite anime movie. This is probably my favorite. So damn good. So damn good. And I promise this is the last thing that isn't strictly manga, but it's still Vampire Hunter D stuff. I liked it so much that I got the source material. I've got Vampire Hunter D Omnibus 1. This is the first 3 volumes of the light novels. This is a thick book. It is 600 or so pages long, 630 pages long. It is thick, and I can't wait to get into it. Once I finish reading Neuromancer, I still need to finish reading that. I'm gonna dive into this. I believe volume 3 is set to come out fairly soon. Maybe, I think I saw in January, but I could be wrong. So that's maybe by the time January Haul comes out, I'll have the first 9 volumes, speaking of Vampire Hunter D. But this is a very long-running series, a very well-regarded series, and can't wait to get into the source material. Finally, getting to the manga, I'm going to start with the stuff that I got in October. So, kicking it off is a series that I've been waiting to get an English translation for forever, since I first heard about it. For the longest time, it was just in French. That is Candy and Cigarettes. For those of you who don't know, this is a 70s book. Very nice quality too. Very nice quality on the cover and the paper. But this is, to quickly summarize, I haven't actually read this volume yet. I've been very busy. But this is the story of a little 11-year-old who is a master assassin, and her partner, who is a former secret agent, I believe. Retired cop, reading the back blurb. So it's just sort of Candy and Cigarettes. It's like a action thriller, kind of comedy. But I've been waiting for this to get an English translation forever, and I didn't want to do scans because I don't do scans. Candy and Cigarettes Volume 1. Very, very, very excited to jump into this. And we've got a completed series alert. Woo! Sound the alarm. Hopefully not actually done, but caught up. We've got volumes 13, 14, and 15 of Yotsuba. Here is volume 13. Very cute cover. I am officially up to date with what is out of Yotsuba. There's volume 14 and volume 15. These volumes are noticeably thicker than the rest, so that might be why there's such a gap in between volumes. Probably, either taking the author some time to write it, or I don't know. News on volume 16, there's really none, but I am officially caught up. I'm gonna take me a little bit to get to these, because I don't want to read it all in one blitz and then have to wait 3 years for volume 16 to come out, and then have to reread the last few volumes to be caught up. But very excited to be caught up with this series, because a lot of these volumes are actually kind of hard to find. Yen Press is a little bit behind on the reprints of this series, so certain volumes are out of print. And continuing another series that I am very much enjoying, we've got Ghost in the Shell, The Human Algorithm, Volume 3. Now this is sort of the sequel kind of pickup series after Volume 1.5, which is sort of like kind of like an epilogue to Ghost in the Shell, the standalone manga. 2, I haven't touched yet. 2 is sort of like a thing of its own. There's a lot of forums I've read where it's sort of like branches off. There's a lot, but this follows the end of 1.5, and this actually is a prequel series to the series that's on Netflix. I watched like an episode of it a while back just to see how it was, and I enjoyed it. But once all of the volumes of this are out and I've read it, then I'm going to jump back into that just so I'm, fully caught up. But more Ghost in the Shell doesn't hurt anything. It's fantastic to have more Ghost in the Shell to read, and I can't wait to read it. And continuing, these are the last few books from October. We've got Imaginary Volume 1. This one is a rom-com, sort of like a childhood friend rom-com, if I remember right. Just sort of like set in the future where they're like grown up and adults. So I've heard nothing but good things about this one. I haven't read it yet, but it is on the quick list to read. And yeah, I am very much excited to get into this. Another 7 Seas print with surprisingly good quality. The 7 Seas, their content may be lacking at times, but their print quality is always really good. And we've got another continuation. We've got Komi Can't Communicate, Volume 21. Haven't read Volume 20 yet, so I need to read that. But more Komi, doesn't hurt anything. I'm still wondering how many volumes of this we're gonna get, because 21, a 21 volume series for some people is kind of a hard commitment to get into if you haven't started collecting it already. But I'm thinking we're probably, this is my guess though, probably gonna get around 30 volumes. I don't know. But more Komi, doesn't hurt anything. So Komi Can Communicate, Volume 21. Excited to read this once I get through 20. And we've got an interesting first volume here. I saw this on 7 Seas Instagram and I was like, huh. So I pre-ordered it because it made me go, huh. That is Black and White Tough Love at the Office. This is a Yuri rom-com, question mark around the com. This is sort of, yeah, the back kind of says it best. Yuri Slugfest at the Office. This, I'm not sure what to expect from this, but I've heard people say it's good. People who I trust their opinion. I'm just interested. The art is very, very good. It's very kind of simplified art style, and just sort of flipping through it, it has a very different vibe from the other Yuri rom-coms I read, which is good. It's good to sort of branch out from the general stuff. Art is really good. The story looks interesting, and I'm interested to check it out. Black and White Tough Love at the Office, Volume 1. The last volume from October is Free Run Beyond Journey's End, Volume 6. I have yet to read Volume 5. I'm kind of behind on a lot of my Shonen Sunday series. But this particular volume has a little bit of spine sort of lamination issues, but it's not you can really only notice it if it catches the light. So it's nothing to worry about returning it or anything. But we got Volume 6 here. This, I feel, is a continuation of like the kind of school test arc that I last remember reading about. And I still very much enjoy this series, and I did put it on the list to catch back up on first. So this will probably be the first series I catch back up on. And to round out this manga haul, we've got these sort of small stack of books that came out in November. So in no particular order, we've got Futari Escape, Volume 1. I've heard this is another, it says it's a Yuri, relax with this adorable Yuri comedy. So I don't really care either way. I've heard this one is very slice of lifey, but I don't really mind. I really enjoy slice of life. So I'm excited to get into this one. It seems like a very chill book. We've got a continuation. We've got The Great Jaya Will Not Be Defeated, Volume 4. Very much enjoy the series. It's very, very funny read. It's a lot like Devil is a Part-Timer, but I think with a lot more comedy, a lot less sort of stakes because of that particular series. Sometimes it gets like surprisingly serious in certain arcs, but this series is mostly just comedy, and I very, very, very much enjoy it. And from the same mangaka, we've got The Maid I Hired Recently is Mysterious, Volume 4. I heard this got an anime adaptation. I haven't checked it out, but we've got Volume 4 here. These volumes are very short, but I very, very much enjoy these. And this one is the one that is in semi-color. The maid's eyes are purple. That's the only sort of bit of color in this, but very, very much enjoy this series. Yeah, looking forward to reading it. Another continuation, we've got Catch These Hands, Volume 3. Now this, I feel, is going to be kind of, well, actually not at all, actually. This is another Yuri rom-com that has the two main characters are former delinquents. Judging by this cover, I assume they get in a fight in this volume. Haven't flipped through it yet, but I very, very, very much enjoy this series. The main thing I enjoy about it is the artwork. I absolutely love the artwork in this. Flip to a random volume, random page. This is some of the art. I just really, really like the sort of simple artwork, and I really like the sort of rounded features of the characters, especially the faces. But Catchy's Hand Volume 3, very, very excited to get into this. Another continuation, we've got Don't Toy With Me, Miss Nagatoro, Volume 13. Last one I read was Volume 11, so I need to read 12 before I get into this. I'm just behind. I'm very, very much behind on a lot of reading. But Volume 11 was very interesting, added a lot of things to the story, a lot of new elements, and I am assuming that in Volume 13 that will continue, but I need to read Volume 12 first. And last, but certainly not least, we've got a volume that I have been waiting a very long time for. We've got One Punch Man Volume 24. One Punch Man is still the longest series that I own, that I am up to date on. Bleach, I think, would technically be the longest series, but I'm not up to date on that, so I will not say that. Because Bleach is, what, 74 volumes? 73, 74 volumes? But, One Punch Man 24, I love, freaking love One Punch Man. The art is phenomenal, just outright. Like, that's just a comedy scene, but with phenomenal artwork. Seriously, if you haven't picked up One Punch Man, or at least checked out the anime, seriously, check this out. You are going to love it. So that is everything for October and November, guys. So that is, that's pretty much it for the combined haul. Again, might be another combined haul for December and January, but we'll just see how that goes. I don't know. Maybe I'll get a bunch of gift cards and just splurge them all on manga and get caught up in a whole bunch of different things, or try some new series out. I don't know. It's up in the air at this point. But hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. And I will see you guys in the next video. See ya.